Hey guys, welcome to TheZenDen. I'm Kim, and this is Mini Kimmy, and today I'm going to be doing a general reading. I think it's important that we first identify that we are in a full moon, so that energy is, heavy in effect. And with full moons, I think it's important that, one, we identify, the influence that the moon has. The planets, the moon, ourselves, everything's energy, and the moon has such an energetic influence on us. And just how the moon influences the ocean by the high tides, the low tides, the currents, etc., it also influences us. It affects us in certain ways and causes us to, feel some things. For people who need the scientific facts, the human body is made up of 60% of water. So it is a Taurus full moon, so it's all about stability, your resources, your relationships, your finances, and just looking at everything and reevaluating and assessing, am I where I want to be, or am I too comfortable, or is everything telling me that I need to change everything up and, switch it up, but I'm scared to do it because this is something completely different and I've never done this before, or I've never been alone before and I don't know how to not be single, essentially, whatever. The Taurus full moon is really going to highlight and show what no longer is serving us and what needs to be removed. And if it's not removed, you're really going to feel the penalties and the obstacles that come from not removing those things. So with that being said, I have a couple of decks here that I'm going to be using to, facilitate this beautiful reading. So I hope all of you enjoy and stay tuned. What does the collective need to know? I'm feeling a lot of moving energy but stagnant energy at the same time. It's like you really want to change and do something, but it's like, I don't know if I have the willpower to do it, or I don't know if I can really do this because holy crap, this is different, this is scary. And it could be in any standpoint. It could be in a career-wise, it could be in a relationship, but the energy that I'm really getting is the next step that I want to take is scary and I don't know how to do this because of the fact that I'm stuck. It's the stagnant energy of I'm in the same old, things are trying to change, but they're not changing and I don't know what else to do. It's I've done everything and it's I'm beating a dead horse. The card that I got here is the Star. A dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. If you take that step, if you truly let go and embrace that the universe, God, whatever you believe in, has you wholeheartedly, truly, and not doubting that, not having an ounce of fear in your body, in your bones, in your soul, you will fulfill what you want to fulfill. Those dreams will come into your fruition, but you need to truly trust that God got you, that the universe got you, your ancestors, your loved ones, they got you, no matter what. Then it's your lucky day, new resources, money, time, or support, a change in job or promotion. I'm really getting that some of you are really contemplating some sort of career change. And some of them, for somebody or some people, I feel it's something very drastic. Maybe it's something that you maybe didn't go to school for, maybe it's something that you kind of just were thrown into, but you're really passionate about, and now it's you need credentials, but you don't have these credentials, and you're trying to figure that out. The resources are going to come to you, but I think it's important that if you're contemplating taking this big step, go for it. I feel if it's calling you, it's for a reason. You're given these messages and these gifts and these ideas for a reason. Don't sit on them, act upon them. It's very important that you do that. You are a vessel. We are all vessels, and we all have divine things to do in this time and this lifetime. And you have a beautiful idea, a career, something that you want to do that you feel is going to change the world in some way. Do not neglect yourself from doing that. Then we have, you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. A lot of you have really been analyzing and contemplating and meticulously planning, in a way where it's just it almost feels You had so many things planned to the T, and none of it worked out. So now you're sitting here and you're just like, okay, so my plan didn't work. What is going on? Like, I really, like, I had this figured out. It was supposed to go like XYZ, and none of it happened. Sometimes our timing is not God's timing, okay? I'm gonna say that one more time. Sometimes our timing is not God's timing. And when we want it to be our timing and we try and force it, lots of obstacles come and things don't always come our way. Why? Because it is not God's timing or the universe's timing, and you're trying to force something that's just not meant to be yet. You know, some things have to occur before other things can happen. We have new beginnings, starting a new life, finding a purpose, and forgiving, compassionate review our past. And Page of Raphael, a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great and intuitive insights. I feel like a lot of people are stepping into new beginnings, new places, new people, new things. And the universe is showing you in so many ways how you're able to have more than what you currently have. Okay. The next two cards that we have here is Four of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress, and decision. It seems like for a lot of people, collectively what I'm getting, you're in this position where you're like really succeeding. Like a lot of things are really going well. Like so many things are going really good. But then there's other parts where it's just like, why do I still feel stuck? Why is this not changing? Why is it that, you know, I sat down and had these conversations, or I sat down and changed these habits and something is not changing? Like I'm not seeing an effect. And it's because a decision has to be made. A decision has to be made, whether it's changing your routine, whether it's changing your job, whether it's, you know, starting a relationship or ending a relationship, or, you know, deciding to move and take that next big step. But there's something that the collective has really been contemplating. Whatever that is, it really is like a huge contemplation. And I'm getting lots of different things. I'm getting, for some people, they're really changing of like, yo, I want to get up and leave state. Like I want to get up or leave country. And it's like you've really been thinking about this, and it's almost like you sleep and like it's in your dreams. You are walking and all of a sudden you see little like confirmations. Those things are the universe and your ancestors and your loved ones speaking to you. If you're sitting here and you're praying for a sign and you're wondering like, what should I do? What should I do? And all of a sudden you get an answer. Like you see something and you feel like it resonates, but you ignore it. And then you continue on about your time, and you keep wondering, why is nothing changing? You're ignoring what's right in front of you. You're ignoring the answers and the things that you have to do. And that's an injustice and a disservice to yourself. So, I'm pretty sure I read this, but I'll reread it again. Four of Michael, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep, time off, seek relief from stress. Also, make sure you guys are taking care of yourself. I feel like a lot of people are so overworking themselves because you're like, yo, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta prove myself, you know. Maybe you just started this job, maybe you're like, a couple years in, a year in, 2 years in, and you're just like, yo, I really gotta like, really gotta get my shit together. But if you're not functioning, if the driver's not functioning, the car's not gonna drive properly, right? So you gotta make sure you're taking care of yourself. Then we have decisions. Number 15. Release yourself from which holds you back. A need to detox unnecessary worry based of lack of self-confidence. Y'all have to take that step, whatever that step is, whether it's moving, quitting your job. Some people I feel like are really contemplating like ending something. And I don't know if it's ending a career or like ending a job, ending a friendship, ending a relationship, but it's something significant of ending. And it's like so much has been poured into this. So much love, so much care, so much time, so much passion. Like there's so much that was put into this, whatever it is. And it's like the more you keep putting into it, the results keep staying the same. It's like almost like, okay, yes, for a little bit it changes. There seems to be something that like seems to be good. Like you get those little dopamine effects, you get those little highs, you get those little progress. But the overall picture, when you step back, you're still feeling drained, you're still feeling depleted. And whatever that is going to continue to deplete, and deplete. There's something that collectively people are holding on to and have to just let go of. And again, I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, however that resonates to you, whatever that message is, you know, take it as be. But it could be in anything. It could be career, school, friends, love, whatever the case is. But it's really this heavy decision that has been looming for quite some time. It's something that's not just like sudden. This is something that has really been looming and you've been contemplating for a minute now. It's just like, yo, should I really take this step? And the step is scary because it feels like this time was so comforting. Like there's so much that was learned from this situation. Like you have learned so much and grown so much, but it's almost as if like there's nothing more is coming out of it. There's no more growing, there's no more nothing is happening. It's just this complete plateau. And sometimes when those things occur, it's because that season has ended and you have to move on to the next season and not and sometimes those places, people, and things don't come with us because their energies are no longer vibrating at our frequencies. We can end up vibrating much higher and maybe they're not elevating with us. But we cannot carry other people's burdens and other people's things for ourselves. We have our own things that we need to work through, and if we're here and there's so many signs that's showing that you can grasp onto the reality that you want, but things are still holding you back, or places are still holding you back, or people are still holding you back, you got to step back and reevaluate for a sec. I'm going to move on to the next deck. I feel like some of you are going to want some clarity on this decision making. And I can't really tell you much of what this decision making is, but I do think, not that I do think, but what I'm seeing here is storm warning and patience. And I know this seems maybe a little spooky because, oh my gosh, the storm warning's coming up. What's going on? Well, let me tell you, do not fear, my friends. Growth is uncomfortable, okay? When you are breaking generational chains, when you are setting your boundaries, when you are choosing yourself, there's going to be some storms. There's going to be some battles because people want to drag you down. People do not want to see your light. People do not want to see you illuminate in the way that you should because they physically cannot themselves imagine the love that you're trying to give them. They don't love themselves like that. Or the people and places and things aren't giving you that same energy. You're not receiving that equal exchange. And, you know, there's always those days that some are off, this and that. Like, you know, that's understandable. That's human. But when it's a consistent pattern, that is something that's different. Because I feel like there's some people out there that's telling themselves excuses and things that's just like trying to blind them and keep the rose-colored glasses on from this situation. And you need to take that next step because you're not going to feel fulfilled or happy and you're not going to see the fruitions that you want. You're going to keep seeing those obstacles, or you're going to keep wondering, why is my money not coming in? Why is this not happening? Why am I feeling sick? Like, why? All these questions that is just like negative vibrations because you are not vibrating at the frequency that you should, because you're lowering yourself to please others when you're not choosing you. So that's very important. And what the patience here is having patience. When you break those generational curses, or not curses, chains, I like to say chains, when you're breaking those generational chains and you're literally moving and shifting the lineage of you're moving and shifting your lineage, you know, you're changing the energy of all of that. It's going to bring up battles, as I said. It's going to bring up some rifts, some feelings, some icky stuff. But you also have to have patience because with all of this, with all the icky, there's always the balance of the beautiful fruitions that's going to come. And patience. God has you. He's wrapping his arms around you and he's showing you the light and he's letting you know that he has you. And the darkest of times and the lowest of lows, there's always the highest of highs. Always. Always, always, always. You can literally touch the depths of hell. But I promise you, I promise you, you will also touch the heavens of heavens, the highest of heavens. Always. Always, always, always. There's always the equal give and take. Always. All the hardship. And it's like, something like, I almost want to cry because I feel there's this heavy energy of like, oof, you guys have experienced so much. I feel like from like childhood to now, it was almost like neglect. Like, not neglect, but it was like, you had a loving family, you had all these things, but you weren't fully seen. And you've never fully been seen. And for the first time ever, you want to choose yourself, but it is so hard to choose yourself. So you continue to choose other people and not you. And you try and fix other people instead of choosing you. And you can't fix others. You cannot fix others. You cannot change somebody if they don't want to change. You cannot change a circumstance if it's not giving. You know, you have to make the change yourself. You have to do something within you and choose you. But it's like that heavy energy of it's hard to choose yourself because you love so deeply and you care so deeply, and that is so beautiful, and I encourage that. But it's important that you don't lose yourself while giving yourself to others, because if you lose yourself, you no longer are you. You are completely mush, and you've given yourself to everybody else, and you are no longer shining your beautiful light because everybody has taken it. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot. And I get 2 more cards. I also feel like some communication has to go on with some things. I feel like a conversation has to be had in some way, shape, or form. And I'm getting almost like a confrontation with a boss or something. Again, however that resonates, but I feel like not in a negative way, but it's almost like speaking your truth. Maybe you're feeling a little belittled or demised in some way, but like some sort of communication has to come through. We have healer of all ages, okay? I think that is so significant with all of the cards that we have here and what we've been talking about. You know, breaking those generational chains and really shifting and taking that next step and stepping out of your comfortability. Because with the healer of all ages, with the storm warning and the patience, okay? This is upside down. Comes the beauty and the fruitions of all your healing, of pouring into yourself and loving yourself and focusing on you. Because the moment you literally like take your life into your hands completely and you choose you in every way possible, every single way possible, you're going to start seeing a difference in everything. Because the more you love yourself, the more everything comes back to you. The more that love comes back to you. Let me rephrase that. Because, you know, everything's energy. What we transmute, we get back. So if we're hating ourselves and we're hard on ourselves, we're going to start receiving that energy back from other people, other places, and other things in those environments. But if you're loving yourself and you're here and you're really pouring into yourself and taking care of yourself, you're also going to start seeing those effects in those people, places, and things. Now we have the Moonology. And then we're going to end with some self-care, because I always think it's so important that we're taking care of ourselves. Because again, if you're not functioning, nothing else is functioning, and you cannot pour from an empty cup. Entonces, estamos aquí to see what is going on. Let's see. What else do we have to know for the collective? You're very close to achieving your goal, and the energy is gaining momentum. So with the you're very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon, and the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. This honestly just confirms that if you take that step, it's gonna happen. You're okay. You're divinely protected. You are guided, and it's okay to take that step. The end of tough cycles approach. The end of tough cycles approach, my darling friends. See, I told you it's gonna be okay. I really, really told you. The moment you embrace yourself and you choose you, you're going to stop experiencing all those obstacles and hardships, because you're choosing you. You're choosing you. You're trusting that God has you and that He's wrapping you in his arms, and he is guiding you every single step of the way, that your ancestors, your loved ones, your spirit guides, everybody up there that's rooting for you has you and is guiding your path. They're moving mountains for you. Mountains, the Himalayas, all of it. And let's see, some self-care. What does the collective need for self-care? I feel like some of you guys need to get in nature, up and moving. You have been stagnant and stuck. And energy is in everything. Energy gets stored in our body, my friends. And y'all got to be taking care of yourselves. Create art, making a meal. Make sure y'all are eating. And I mean eating good, okay? Like, make a home-cooked meal and something that you love. Something that's going to fulfill you, where you're like, oh my gosh, wow, this really hit the spot. Take care of yourself. Create art. Y'all have to get more creative. There's a lot of you who are out there who have so many ideas, who journal, who think about these things. Maybe y'all just got into like buying an instrument, maybe like a ukulele, a piano, keyboard or something, and it's just kind of sitting there in the corner, and you're really just like letting it rock, just sit there a little dusty. And you look at it every so often, and you can hear the melodies, you can feel the strumming, your fingers playing across the piano, whatever the case is, but you don't do it. Create. Get messy. Get some clay. Paint. What else? What else do we have to know? Can I get 2 more cards for the collective? Y'all are being stubborn with your self-care, and that's not okay, my friends. It's not okay. They gave me 3 cards. Okay. One of them's a little spicy. Sex. Okay. Maybe y'all gotta get intimate with yourselves or with your partner, but love is in l'air, okay? Then we have write a gratitude list. You know, it's always important to sit back and recognize what's happening around us and what we're grateful for, because there's so many things that we always want and we always need, and we're like, oh God, please, I need this, or God, please, I really blah 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 blah. Whatever the case is, I get it. But it's also very important we thank God, and we thank the universe, and we thank our ancestors and our loved ones for all of the beautiful, beautiful blessings that we have, this beautiful life, waking up and being able to even, you know, watch this reading and me do this reading. You know, I think it is so important that you genuinely sit back and recognize all the beauty that you have in your life, even in all the muck and all the guck. That rhymed. There's always light somewhere, even if it's a favorite tree that you walk by when you're on your daily walk to try and get your serotonin to boost, you know? But there's always those little tidbits. They're always there. And then we have, oh, take a walk. And I just said that. So literally take a walk. Well, my beautiful people, that is all I have for today. I hope this resonated, and if it didn't, that's okay. Let it fly. I will see you all next time, and have a beautiful, beautiful evening, a beautiful day whenever you're seeing this. But yeah, see you all soon. Thank you for joining me.